Hello again, Mr. Watterson here for Doncaster Music Service. Hope you're all keeping safe. Hope you're all keeping well. So yeah, just doing our next video to follow on from the practice pad advice that I gave last time. So this one mostly about just how to practice to a metronome, how to use your pad to practice to a metronome. Of course, you can use your drums for this as well. This is not just for the pad. I've got my pad here, so I'm going to do this on my pad today. But basically, just talking about how to practice to a metronome. A metronome will help us keep in time. It helps us not speed up and not slow down. It keeps things nice and steady. And also it helps us know which beat of the bar we're on, which is really important. Okay, so a metronome used to be, it was like a mechanical watch. It would have a little arm with a weight on it that you move up and down, and the arm would swing backwards and forwards, and it would click to help keep you in time. Obviously today, we have metronome apps on our phones and in our computers and things like that, so that's what we use today. My app is called Tempo. It's very, very good actually. I use this on gigs. You can put tempos of different songs in and make set lists for all your different songs and stuff. It's really, really good. You only need a basic one, really, really basic one. There's lots of free metronome apps out there, which is really great. So take a look at those. They're really, really good. Really, really worth downloading. Every drummer really should have a metronome to practice to. Okay, so this is basically similar. If I just press play on this, you'll be able to hear it clicking away there. So we'll explain a little bit more about that as time goes on. Okay, so like I said, 3 different rudiments in 3 different ways. So we're looking at just how to develop the subdivisions of the beat, basically. So the first one we're going to do is very, very, very simple. We're going to look at playing crotchets along to the metronome. So crotchets just literally at exactly the same time as the click happens on the metronome. So if I just put my headphones on, I'll actually be able to hear the metronome now. Okay, so I'll just set this going at 80 beats per minute. It's just a random tempo. It's nice steady tempo. 80 beats per minute. You'll hear when I start that off that you have a high tone on the first beat of every bar. Okay, so there's your high tone. You're 1, 2, 3, 4. Nice and straightforward. So you hear that little higher tone there. That'll give you the first beat of every bar. So that's where we want to start. Okay, so you could count yourself in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Play like that. Dead easy. Okay, so the first one we'll look at. If we look at the first rudiment, very, very simple single stroke rolls. Yeah? So we're just going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Along to the metronome. Nice and steady. That may sound like the most boring thing in the world, but we just need to practice keeping in time with the metronome. Like so. Dead easy. So that's just right, left, single stroke rolls. Dead straightforward. Okay. Then if we take the next one, we keep the same tempo and we keep the same subdivision of the beat. We keep the same beat going. So we're going to play crotchets along to the click again. Metronome clicking crotchets or quarter notes. Okay. I'm just going to take double stroke rolls. Okay. So that'll be right, left. Nice and straightforward. That is exactly to the metronome. Okay. So that's going to go like this. Dead straightforward. Yeah, it just helps us get the sticking of the rudiment absolutely spot on. The singles and the doubles are pretty straightforward. Well, pretty straightforward. They're really straightforward at this tempo. Okay, a lot of guys that I've been teaching recently just have a little struggle with this next rudiment. The next rudiment, of course, is paradiddles. So that's a mixture of singles and doubles. So you got 2 singles, right, left, 2 doubles, up to 2 singles, 2 singles, right, left, and a double, right, and then 2 singles, left, right, and a double, left. So we should get this. Right, left, left. Paradiddle. Like so. Nice and straightforward. Okay, so that is just to show us. I'll just shut that up a second so we can hear each other. So that is really, really basic, just the basic way of just playing in time with the metronome. So I wouldn't normally practice like this. I'd normally do a subdivision, which is what we're going to look at next. So that's the 3 rudiments in crotchets, exactly with the click, exactly with the metronome. Okay, the next thing is we're gonna play quavers or 8th notes along to the metronome. So that is obviously, that's a subdivision of 2 quavers per beat. Okay, so we should play 2 notes for every click of the metronome and 2 even notes as well for the metronome. Okay, so 2 notes, 2 even notes, 2 even quavers for every click of the metronome. So that should sound like this. So we go in the same order. We go singles, doubles, and paradiddles. Okay, and we're listening out for whether we're together or not with the metronome. Okay, here we go. So here's quaver subdivision or 8th note subdivision of the beat. Single stroke rolls first. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So your teacher may say coffee, 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 coffee. I normally say tadpole, so we say tadpole, 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 tadpole. You see, every time we hear tad, it's with the beat. Tad, 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 tadpole, 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 tadpole. And the other syllable of tadpole, pole, is right in the middle. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and of course same with paradiddles. So we're going to go paradiddle, paradiddle, right, left, right, right, left, right, left, left. Like so. Okay, so that's that. So hopefully that'll help us with our timing, just when we're playing quavers or 8th notes along to the metronome. Practice all 3 of those. Practice the singles, doubles, and paradiddles to that. Okay. So the next one is we're going to take 16th notes or semiquavers. So obviously that's twice as many notes in the same gap. So instead of 2 notes per beat, we've got 4 notes per beat. So we're going to make sure again they're 4 even notes. So we're not rushing them too much. There's so many people that you hear going rushing every note, yeah, and they're not an even length in between the beats. So I need to make sure that all the beats are really, really even and really, really, really clean. Okay, so I teach this as caterpillar. My drum teacher taught me this as Coca-Cola, Pepsi Cola. There's probably lots and lots of other little things, lots of different words that we use for this one. But yeah, so that's going to be caterpillar, 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 or Coca-Cola, Coca-Cola. Or if you use the method of counting the beats is 1 E-ander, 2 E-ander, 3 E-ander, 4 E-ander. Okay, so I'll set the metronome at the same tempo, 80 beats per minute. Okay. So again, we just take single stroke rolls first at that tempo, yeah? So, listen to the tempo and say the words to yourself in your head before you play it. Caterpillar, 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 Coca-Cola, Coca-Cola, 1 E-ander, 2 E-ander, 3 E-ander, 4 E-ander. Just make sure we've got an idea of, we know how fast that we're gonna play before we play it. Okay, so. And we'll wait for the first beat of the bar to roll around again, and we'll count ourselves in, and off we go. Okay, here we go. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Caterpillar, 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 Coca-Cola, 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 1 E-ander, 2 E-ander, 3 E-ander, 4 E-ander. Just making sure the start of every beat, or the start of every word, or the start of every group of 4 is right on the beat. So, cat, 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 caterpillar, 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 Coca-Cola, Coke, 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 Coca-Cola, 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 Coca-Cola. Just like that. Okay, and of course we do the same thing with doubles, right, right, left, left. Here we go after 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. like so. Okay, now one more, paradiddles, okay? So, paradiddle, 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 right, left, right, left, right, left, right, yeah, that's easy for me to say. Okay, here's the paradiddles. Again, making sure we keep the 16th notes nice and even. Here we go. After 4. 1, 2, 3, and right. Like so. Okay, so we need to just listen out for, whenever we're practicing to a metronome, whenever we're practicing to a song, whenever we're practicing to anything that's using a metronome, just make sure that we're aware of where the first beat of every bar is. So whenever beat 1 comes around, make sure we feel that really, really strongly. Make sure it's absolutely anchored down to the first beat of the bar, always. So whether we're playing quarter notes, eighth notes, or 16th notes, or crotchets, quavers, or semiquavers, whichever way around you say it, you need to make sure that the first beat is anchored down absolutely solid to the first beat. And then, of course, make sure all the rest of the beats are locked in with the metronome click as you go through. Okay, so I hope that's explained metronome practice a little bit more clearly. You can obviously practice at any speed that you like, any speed that's comfortable. So if you're quite advanced, you'll be going crazy, you'll be playing crazy tempos, or whatever. Or if you're just starting out, you'll be nice and steady at 80 beats, maybe even less than 80. There's no shame in practicing slowly, or anywhere in between. So most important thing is find a tempo that's comfortable for you, and then try those different subdivisions of the beats. So playing exactly with the click on crotchets, playing quavers along to the beat, or eighth notes, or playing 16th notes, or semiquavers along to the click as well. So listening out for whichever subdivision that you use, whichever you decide to play, it's exactly with the metronome click and it stays nice and in time. Have fun, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.